Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new video of Bleach Mobile 3D. Now, in today's episode, what I wanted to do is cover a little bit more on the game. I had a few things to talk about. I had a few investments I have made, and I also wanted to talk about the new recruit here for Shinji, because this is actually a pretty big deal. I'll probably go through this first, just get out of the way, and then we'll go into our showcase of a red quality NEL, because I may have gotten her up to there, and it's real neato. I have to leave in like an hour, so this is going to be a hell of a rush video, but let's go ahead and get to it. So first and foremost, I want to talk about is the fact that the Shinji banner did drop here. I fought him a few times at Soul Reaper Brawl and haven't had too much difficulty trying to fight him. It's quite easy for me as NEL. I've been playing as her mainly to stun him out of attacks. However, typically his main thing is if he gets a couple of really good hits on you and he stuns you, you will die. His third will nuke your entire health bar if he ends up getting a chance to get it done. So he is a very good unit if you were willing to pull for him and get him. However, on top of that, if you do end up going for him, you can get different shards of him off of his like file stuff, and also get a Rankar Aizen off of the same draw as well, alongside a couple of diamonds with him. Which both these characters are going to be super relevant in the future. Shinji, I don't know about relevancy in terms of actual fighting, but he'll be a very relevant bond in the future for a lot of different characters. So in general, I'd say this banner is super worth it to go on. The guaranteed, or roughly about the guaranteed to get a copy of Shinji himself is 160. I'm not going in on it because I am only at like 84 right now, and honestly, I like Shinji. He's a cool dude. I don't have a lot of hype for it. A Rankar Aizen would be the hype one for me, but in the same time, I could probably just choose someone else's banner and be fine with it. So that's kind of what I'm feeling for this. He's pretty neato, you know. He has, I don't know if that's the 3-star or 4-star version from BBS, but I recognize that art quite a bit in the back. It's kind of weird to me. That art has always made me really uncomfortable with his like bedroom eyes. But yeah, so that's the Shinjizzle. He'll do his things for you if you end up pulling for him. And I am personally doing a skip. What we will be doing today is I wanted to hop into the NEL. I've gotten a lot of upgrades on her, and I want to talk about her kit wholeheartedly and actually talk about why she's viable. Because I feel like I've kind of, while I've talked about units themselves, I haven't really talked about why they're good or what parts of their kit make them good. So let's go ahead and kind of talk about it a little bit with her now that I've had some more time to experiment with it. And we'll just see how this ends up going. So first and foremost, HP. I currently have a mostly HP build on her. So she is sitting right now at 430,000 HP. Honestly, I don't know how these stats scale properly. I don't really have a good foundation for what is a good stat total for these. All I know is in terms of attack, Bankai has like, I think it's 30k or something. He has 26k. NEL also has 26k. Interesting. They're actually pretty tied then. It seems as if she has like the same amount of Pierce as well. They're very similar at their current tier, actually. Her health is actually noticeably less than his, though, weirdly enough, when I have her spec'd into the entire HP build for a lot of her abilities. So that is something to learn about, I suppose. But I did want to I wanted to mostly look at her skills because I wanted to talk about what it says here. So her first strong attack, the dash inwards that pokes, does shield and crit damage increases. Assault forward, dealing 311 damage with a chance to silence the enemy. So it's a chance to silence, which is an anti-mobility ability. The shield gives her, I believe it's a 14, or no, not 14. Why did I say 14? 15% shield to any of the attacks based on her HP total. So for example, at 430k, she would gain, I guess, God damn it, 15%. I can't do number. I'm gonna just pull this up. Okay, so 430,000 divided by 0.15 equals 2.8k. So she would get a shield of roughly about that much HP that she can just take freely, which has been going super well for me, because typically what I end up doing is I use her to just fucking charge the enemies. Inner selection, Soul Reaper Brawl, and stuff like that is usually what I play her on. I usually swap to Bankai on other circumstances. She is super fun, but because she has the pursuit abilities and the shield, she's able to just tank through enemies and just brute force her way into the like entire area. She also has her second, which is a multi-attack that increases her own attack and has does 399% damage and has a chance to trap the enemies. I don't know what trap is. I believe that trap is an anti-mobility ability similar to how bubbles works. But I haven't seen this quite I guess I haven't really felt the presence of the green Sarrow's trap. I've only ever felt the silence because no one can ever hit me whenever I get after them. But she's great. She's been doing a great job for me. I do think that in general, she's interesting because she's like a different version of Yoruichi. Like not a better version of Yoruichi, but a different one. And when she gets those roles, like playing Inner Selection and Slow Reaper Brawl, she crushes it. For example, today I actually want to show her off over here on Punishment Force Contest, because this is not part of the dailies for the most part, I have been neglecting this game mode quite a bit. This game mode is super worth it because I need talent pills so fucking bad. So let's see how this goes. Best case scenario, we don't run into one of those Yamamotos. Today in Slow Reaper Brawl, unfortunately, I ran into a very, very scary Yamamoto, of which just fucking one-shot my NEL with his third. He just nuked the entire area with his fire, and there was no way to get away from it. It is terrifying. And I guess I will cut to when we're in. Yeah, I don't need to. Take it. Let's go ahead and get to it. See, today is going to be such a busy day, so I'm trying to just like knock this out right now in the morning. Just kind of get it out and good to go. But I'm so excited for today. So yesterday, this whole week has been like constant things. So the week started off with my schooling starting back up on Monday and Tuesday. And Monday and Tuesday, I have full days up until, I think it's 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. on both days, which is fucking crazy. That is absurd, and I can't live through that. But I guess I'm living through it anyway, because fuck my ass. But you know, that's what I'm living through. On Wednesdays, I'm usually free, but yesterday I had an older friend from high school invite me on a date-esque thing, which was really, really nice, actually. I actually have a really bad sunburn on my arms and the back of my neck because we were in a park. And unsurprisingly, when it's super sunny, a park is subject to sun. Holy shit, who would have thought? And it may have singed my entire body. All over. Like, actually everywhere. Like, the back of my neck is really bad. The, like, top of my arms is really bad. You can't really tell it because it looks like a general tan, but it burns. And typically, if I roll up my sleeve and everything, you can see that it's noticeably more red than the rest of my skin because I'm white. I am the whitest. I have the ultimate pale. Also, I'm just trying to, like, lame this guy out super hard because I'm good. This guy's autoing, so it's not really a huge deal. Oh, shit. Oh, god damn it. I mean, he got all 3 of the kills, so I guess that's all on me. But jeez. Yeah, so today, what I'm doing is... Today I have at 2 p.m. I have classes. One of the classes is called Speaking with Confidence today, which is apparently going to be an entire class about learning to give presentations. I don't know how effective that'll be for me because I've kind of gotten used to it in general because of YouTube stuff. But it was a free elective, it was a free credit, and it was kind of a relaxing thing on Thursdays. However, that ends at 5, and by 5:30 I have to rush to an art show because I submitted, I think I talked about this in the last episode of BBS, or BBS, Bleach Mobile 3D in general. But I submitted my poetry thing to a contest, and the anthology ended up winning. So today I have to present to a big crowd of people my whole fucking identity poem, which should just be a whole heck of a trip. But I'm excited for it, honestly. So apparently, what I have learned off of various... This sucks. This is a rough combo with Tosin and Aizen inside this game mode. But I've learned that apparently people that are part of the staff, which is me because I'm doing the presentation thing, get to use the bar openly. Meaning that the bar, post me going on stage and doing my things, is going to be free to just fucking ransack. So I'm sure I'm just gonna have a really good time today. And last time I went and hung out with the people that are from that like general drop-in thing, they actually mentioned YouTube stuff, and one of the people was apparently doing their own stuff. So I feel like today might be a really nice day in general. There's been a lot of very interesting things happening recently. And then like, to get done with today, the art show ends at like 11 p.m. so I won't get home until 12 or so. I was gonna stream yesterday, but I was just so fucking exhausted. And I have so much anxiety today because of the poem, like on stage stuff as well. But so 11 p.m. that ends. I go home. I will be at home to sleep for 12. Tomorrow, I must wake up early to be able to go and get a bunch of meetup stuff, and then trades done, and then errands over by College and Spadina, which is a huge, terrifying intersection that has a lot of very smelly people, but it's also one of my favorite areas inside the city, so it's just how it goes sometimes. And then I'm going to TCAF, which is apparently going to have Junji Ito at it, and I'm going to his conference at 6 p.m. So it's going to be a fucking packed couple of days. And as I was going into the semester, I was saying to myself, hey, don't plan too many things, you dumb piece of no. It's like, seriously, it killed you last semester. But somehow my first week has ended up turning into a fully stacked, like, course of events. I don't want it to be like this always. It wasn't intentional. It's just how this first week ended up being planned because there were so many cool events. There is a convention in a couple of weeks inside Toronto by the name of Anime North we'll be going to as well. So I mean, it's there's still more stuff, but I'm gonna try to cut it down on it because I have a general schedule I can do for stream stuff as well. That's more like afternoon oriented for certain days, but I really want to try to get to it as of next week, hopefully. I should be able to talk about that when the Wednesday update goes up as of next week or so. I want to get back to doing that each week because there's going to be a lot of shit to get done. But it should be a great, good old fun-ass goddamn time. And I'm very generally happy about what things have been, or what things have been going on recently, I suppose. There's been a lot of the stuff recently. I think that previously, when I was doing a lot of like the general stuff all over the city, I was just accepting what would come up. And I was just kind of going like, oh, there's a cult meeting upstairs. Guess I'll go and just experience whatever that was. But now what I'm trying to do is explore more things that I care about. And I've been trying to like pursue things that I personally want to do, which I know sounds like it's so simple. But when I actually tried to think of things that I wanted to do, like the mental health advocacy stuff and like this poetry thing, for example, it wasn't a huge thing, but it was a small part of what I wanted to do, and I was convinced to like submit it, and I was happy about the fact that I did it in the first place. Everything has been actually things that I care about and things that I want to go see. Like, I really want to go see Junji Ito and whatever he's getting done. I really want to go, and like the date yesterday was amazing. It was fantastic and exactly what I needed. Today it's going to be the poetry thing, and I get to actually present stuff and kind of get a better voice. And it's so weirdly fulfilling, I guess. Like everything, when you actually give thought to what you personally want and need out of life. This is fucking weird philosophy shit. Oh god, oh, it's messy. But you know what I mean? There's a certain satisfaction to it that just really isn't present when you're just kind of accepting whatever things other people would drag you into. And I think a lot of what I was doing before is like pursuing someone, or like pursuing connections that people would just drag me into the weirdest shit and just trying to see where that ends up going. And like a lot of the people that I would end up talking to, I would be afraid of because of that. Cause I was like, you scare me, but it's interesting scary. And that's a really bad habit, kiddos. Don't do that. That is not the way to survive. But we're doing some pretty good things here. Our main issue right now is she doesn't really pump up the DPS that she needs to. I feel like Bankai still does more damage because he is focused on mostly crits and stuff. I have her mostly built to have more HP. Because I want to have that shield have more stacks on it. The more HP you can tank through, the better she can do off the bat inside a match. And I feel like it just does more for me if I can have a longer battle there. If you're fighting a Rankar Aizen, for example, you're gonna need more health. It is just a really, really rough time. Also, God, hiccups, why? Oh, I'm like fucking dying. But why is there a Yamamoto here? I said I didn't want to fight you today, and that's kind of difficult. I'm gonna try to kill him first, I think. I think he's gonna be the main threat here. But yeah, I'm very happy with the state of affairs that is ongoing right now. And generally, like, spring has actually been coming out recently as well, so I end up having to fall away from doing all of my... I've been calling them adventure walks, because that was just kind of how I was raised. I used to have, like, a bunch of different people just exploring adventure walks, and I just kind of picked it up. But I've been going on adventure walks into different places, and I ended up getting away from it because winter was so cold. I just can't handle it. But now that spring's coming back out, I've been going to the gardens almost every... I guess it'd be every other day because it's kind of been busy generally, but like if I come back after classes and I get the chance to be able to pass by the gardens, I'll get off the bus early and just try and hop over there and just like sit around by the water. It is so weirdly enriching to just be able to have those times to just kind of unwind like that. And I feel like it does a lot for my mental health in general to be by... See, okay. I don't believe in horoscopes at all. I've done horoscope things. I've scrolled through the thing that has half of them seem like they apply, half of them don't, because that's how they all work. But I do think that generally people with water signs are more drawn to being by the water. And it's a trend I've noticed in like Pisces. I'm a Cancer personally, born in June, coming up soon. But yeah, it's honestly a thing that I've noticed, and being by the river, it's such a calmness that I get from it, and it's such a chill, if you will, and it's great. It's great stuff, and it is, oh boy. There's also the Harborfront Center, which is downtown. I typically I don't go to very often. There's some certain key times where I just kind of need to sit by the big lake. And generally, the area is very rambunctious until sunset or so. And then it pretty much quiets down entirely. I don't know if that's just because, like, everyone goes to sleep or heads home after a long work day. But the amount of times I've just sat down there during, like, sunset time... This sounds like the cheesiest goddamn thing in the world. Listen, okay. I have had the word sensitive pinned on me for the last like 17 years of my life. I don't know why I said 17 when I'm 20. 20 years of my life. It's just how it goes sometimes. But it's nice. It's very pleasant to just watch the sunset as the water flows by, and then it goes down off the horizon, and you just kind of smile to yourself, and you're like, hell yeah, this is a real good day. But we will take all of these. Thank you for the talent pills. I'm also... So what does it give here? Right, just gives up the... It gives the fucking gold quality ones? I need to get in the habit of this. This has been such a bad habit of me not actually... Yeah, no. I direly need to play this game mode more often. I don't know why I didn't get the 3 kills in the punishment force when I got 3 kills in the first match. But okay. But God, that is going to help with trying to upgrade this NEL. I've been trying to work on her stats low-key. Her main issue is her pills. Once I get her to 90, I'm going to probably stop entirely. Because she takes red pills, and a lot of different units take red pills. I actually am probably going to give her these scrolls, because I've been trying to get... Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. I want to get one more upgrade for her Shunpo because she does have 3 and she's super helpful with it. I'm actually curious. Yeah, I can upgrade my Bankai here as well. Every level gives like 400 power off of it, which is super nice. You can also do it for all of your like other characters like this. I've been upgrading Grimjow as well because he's one of the bonds for NEL and he's just been fucking killing it. And it's been a real good time over here on the game. I've also been playing a lot of the limited challenge, by the way. I should probably save my tickets at some point to do like a video thing. Like, I did all 4 of these chapters, and I got a bunch of rewards off of it because I have NEL, and she's been doing great. I'm ranked 18 in the server right now. So it's been great. I should probably make that part of video stuff, because that's actually really important. I'm probably going to miss the next one, and probably just going to skip the Shinji one, because low-key, I feel like it's only worth it to go in on these if you have a boosted character, or it's a theme banner, because fuck theme banners. Who gives a shit? Like, unless you feel like you're going to pull on, like, the next Grimjow Tosen banner. You're not going to care about all of this stuff. Not Grimjow Tosen. I meant to say NEL. Sorry, the Kid NEL version. The theme banner that has her and Soifon. Unless you're pulling on that, it's not really going to do too much for you. So I'm probably... I think it's NEL, and then it should be Grimjow and Tosen, which I can do because I have Grimjow already. And then it should be Shinji. And then after that, I don't know who it is, but I'm probably going to save up for the event after Shinji with my tickets to get more points off of it to get more rewards. But generally, it should be a great time. You know, I live for the day that they end up adding the interactions for all these different, like, parts of this part of the map. Like, you come here often for the Story Per Agent dailies. I would love to have an interactable button where you could, like, slide down the slide with NEL. It's bigger than her entire goddamn body. And I don't know why, but I'd love it. It's MMO stuff like this, I always find to be really cute whenever it does the small elements of like, hey, I want to go on the swings. I want to climb on this over here. I want to get in the Monogatari box. I don't know why that's what yep, you know. Yeah. Oh, one more thing before we end off. I guess I'm going to jump out soon. I also end up grabbing Frost Rain. So... this costs a lot of diamonds. I've been working on it very slowly off of the black market, off of the tickets. So it's 600 diamonds for 5 shards. And that's up to 50 shards, meaning it will cost you a grand total of 6,000 diamonds. That's 3 multis. That's nothing to scoff at, naturally. But I realized that Frost Rain itself, you only need to get it once off of this, and then you're done with it. You never need to grab it again. You never need to upgrade it again with its shards. You're good. So I decided to slowly invest in it, and I did get Frost Rain, and I put it on NEL, and she's been doing a great job with it. What it actually does is, if you read it here, your attacks have a 25% chance to deal extra damage equal to 10% of your attack. So what it can do is, I feel like it worked better on Bankai, honestly. I've been having it on my main character because I use it on Bankai. However, if you get like a really good crit and then you proc this, it'll do 10% of your attack, which would be, if you have 26k, it would be 2.6k, to get rid of the NEL's defense immediately and just proc off that easily. Now, there are different like upgrades and stuff that you can get and different accessories that do different effects. Like, for example, see, the issue is I need to like swap this up. So if I swap this, we'll put Bubble onto the middle one here. Because I wanted to show this. So, for example, Bubble has its own effect, which is when taking damage, you have a 15% chance to block 10% of the damage taken. And every different accessory and equip has a different effect like that. I think Sakura was the main one that works really well inside Inner Selection. Its attack has a 10% chance to forbid the target from using mobility skills, which is a straight lockout of any dashes you could get from that, which is super nice. But generally, collecting as many accessories as you can and then trying to figure out exactly what effects you want is the best way to traverse all of this. You know what? I'm actually going to toss Frost Rain onto Bankai here. Just because he also looks really cool with it. But yeah, so every single stat increase from the accessories stacks onto your characters no matter what they are. Even if they're not equipped, for example. Like, I don't have Bubbles equipped to anyone right now. But if I go and I upgrade Bubbles with my fancy thing, I get a power increase because it affects everything. So just generally, even for event accessories, trying to collect them immediately, even if it costs diamonds, is super worth it. And it's my first gold accessory for Frost Rain, and I feel like it's just going to get better from here. So it's definitely, I would say, if you're taking a break from the Shinji banner right now, if you're playing the game, I'd say go for it and grab Frost Rain. Honestly, like, 6,000 diamonds, it seems like a lot when you put it into words. But genuinely, 3 multis isn't a heck of a lot, and you're getting a lot of tickets off of your dailies anyway. Logging in, the welfare checks, the online rewards, you're getting plenty of tickets all over. So diamonds can go toward other things like this. I also ended up investing a little bit of my diamonds into paint to get my power up, because it's just a straight power increase off of this if you get them to the other tiers. Like, I bought the diamond cost one here, that was like 50, I think. And that's been helpful. I feel like anything that's a one-time cost for higher power... This sounds like a weird religious thing. Anything that's a one-time cost for higher power just sounds good to me. That's kind of been my motto for this so far. I've been doing some pretty good things with it. It's been very fun. But for right now, thank you for watching Bleach Mobile 3D. I'm going to keep on doing things. It's going to be a very busy couple of days. I don't know... I just got a text on my phone. I don't know how well I'm going to be able to get videos up or stream or anything. It's very... I'm conflicted about it, I think. I'm very, like, upset at myself because I kind of walked myself into this corner again. But starting out next week, I'm going to try to get something up every single day and try and be kind of productive with things. I feel like I want to build that schedule, and the only step that I can do to get that is just fucking doing it. So, we do it, buddies. I don't know about tomorrow's videos, but I'll see you soon. And take it easy for now, everybody. See ya.